Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Alpha by Omega, in Soviet Union. So, in the previous episode we have ended at the moment when our expeditionary forces arrived to Spain, and today we are going to start our offensive operations there. But before we do, we actually have to create a special template for these forces, because we want them to be prioritized in any kind of equipment delivery, as we still have a massive shortage of equipment in many areas. So let's just do that now. So we're going to open up the template for Strokovaya Divizia. I'm going to duplicate it, and we're going to call this expeditionary Strokovaya Divizia, and we're going to change the symbol that we use for this one to this black one to make them distinct. Alright, so that is updated now, and we can change you guys to this new template, which should... What is going on? We need... Is it the missing equipment? I think it is the missing equipment. Yes, that's what we're missing on them. Alright, so we're just gonna give them this template anyway. And we are going to go ahead and make this one an elite force that gets absolute priority on the deliveries. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna repurpose this template eventually into 1948 division. We're gonna add the NKVD rifles, we're gonna add the field hospitals, maybe the logistics detachment. We'll see what we will need, but this is going to eventually be the template into which all of our forces are going to be turned, signifying the fact that, you know, we're capitalizing on the experience we're gonna gain from this area. Furthermore, I actually wanted to thank the Good Samaritan who pointed out in the comments that I have once again forgot to turn on the automatic split off my forces. I always forget about it because I always think that it's on by default, and it never is. So thank you for letting me know and reminding me, because I always have an issue with that. And last but not least, I was asked already twice why I don't add the military industrial organizations on construction of the ships. Well, I would and I will eventually, but A, it gives us no bonus at this point, and B, you cannot put it on the ships that are already being constructed, or you can here, and I just realized it. So it is possible to do it via this button. Alright, well, I just learned something live. So does it work, and does it have any cost? Live and learn, I guess. I wasn't aware that this button was here up until now. So the Kirov, who can build these? Sevastopol. Alright, well, why did I not do that before? Because I had no idea it was there. simply because of that. Cool. Well, I guess, you know, nobody knows everything. So thanks for pointing it out twice, and I apologize because I already replied to that comment and I was like, I had no idea what you're talking about. So yes, we're gonna change it now. I feel like a dum-dum, as they say. It's a destroyer. All destroyers or submarines. Why can't we use the same? No, we can. So let's use that one first of all, and we'll have them go with these. Cool. And I can, because they got all of the orders actually. You know what? No, we're gonna wait for them to finish it, and once they're done, we are going to add more. Alright, so why I didn't do that before? Because I did not know. Simple as that. Alright, next we need to finish the socialist science, so that's going to be the next thing that we're going to do. And I think we've already won, yes, the border clash with our beautiful border nemesis Japan, and I don't think we can actually do anything here. Nope, not yet. Alright, fair enough. Let us continue and see what the future will bring. Our forces, I think, are still flying here and fighting. Yes, we're still doing damage. Our forces are peculiarly on the very edge of this area, so they do not get the benefit. Do we want to change that? I think that for the purpose of this operation we will. There's nobody else flying here anyway. Alright, so we get the social sciences, and now we need from the Zenith VSS. So we just got more political power, we gained party popularity stability modifier, and David communist support, and a bonus to civilian research technology. This one is going to give us 25 army experience, which is actually really good. To unite citizens engaged in physical education, sports and tourism in order to solve the problems of developing mass physical culture, sports and tourism, as well as to train badges ready for labor and defense of the USSR, it is necessary to create large sport organizations on a sectoral basis. Zenith is one of them, a voluntary all-union sports society which unites teams of amateur athletes from a number of branches of the defense industry. Alright, and how are you guys doing? Are you already... No, you're not... Wow, are you even regaining anything? You are not. So this is as far as we can get. Too many enemies here, as it turns out. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna jump in and see. I think we'll still be capable of basically rolling over them without any issues. But it is, frankly, a little bit worrisome that we do not get more organization. The supply here must be abysmal then, I guess. But yeah, we'll push. We'll try to push onto these two and then close it off here. Wreckers found at factories. Reports of wreckers slowing down production at a number of factories have become too great to ignore. How shall we proceed to ensure production reaches our targets? Goes down the factories for full inspection. Blame the minister. Remove as economic minister Sergo Orjonikidze. That's a weird name. Factory, military factory construction, mineral resource extraction, tank assembly plant. Is there any better minister that we could get? Wait, blame the minister, remove as economic minister. Do we have him? Mikhail Kalinin? I don't think even... I think he's just an option. Just of Molotov. Maria. Ideology communist. Sergo. Yeah, we would lose this guy. So let's blame the minister. I don't want him anyway. We have that position covered. Right, experience is being farmed en masse, which is good. And we just finished excavation 1, which is, my friends, very important. So first of all, because we finished excavation 1, what are we gonna do next? Do we want the improved smelting techniques? Not yet. Do we want more oil? No. Mixed farms are still ahead of time. Modern microscopes. Is there anything? Yeah, we need these ones first. So we're gonna go with quality control, and then we're gonna switch to the industrial farms. Quality control. A focus on quality control will lead to gains in efficiency in the long run. Oh, but I almost forgot. This allows us to do some of these. So we can expand bauxite mines or Kamensk bauxite mines or the iron ones over here. Now tell me, how important is iron for our 5-year plan? We have 3,800 and we need 3,000. Oh, so iron is, wait, is bauxite also? I didn't check the bauxite. No, bauxite is not part of it, so iron is the one that we have to go for. So iron ore mines in Kursk or in Belgorod, and they have exactly the same effect. Oh, and we can, these are repeatable. All right, I had no idea. So let's actually develop both of them immediately. That's gonna shave off some of our factories, but not for long, and it's actually going to be really good. All right, so we're actually causing them a massive amount of casualties. You guys are supposed to support this attack, not actually move there. But I guess, you know, you do what you can. Alright, I want you to stay here. You guys will march there, and we're gonna swoop around and attack this tile. If they pull in more units, it's gonna just mean that we can close off and eliminate more of them easier. Alright, our stability has increased significantly, which is the effect of the focuses. So that is good. We're getting air and navy experience at a really nice speed. Alright, you can join the fleet. And I think that means that I can assign another... Yes, just one, right? Yes. Alrighty, it's fine. So you guys are now regaining more organization, and you should start getting the planning bonus. We're getting bupkis here. Yeah. Alright, civilian department is finished, and we should be now automatically doing the army department, which is good. What the hell, guys? This is not at all what we have envisioned here. And due to the fact that we have such bad organization, they are actually capable of hurting us severely. Not great. Well, okay, with the Zenith finished, we are now going to go to Collectivist Science, which is going to give us another research slot in Moscow, which gives us infantry support, artillery, tank techs, armor, air tech, and World War I doctrines. Let me just double check that that's what we need to go, but I think that is... we just finished the Zenith. Zenith, yes, Collectivist Science. The working class cannot move forward without the help of science. However, science itself requires the development of the working class, which will provide science with the necessary mass social base. Ultimately, the progress of science, like the progress of humanity as a whole, depends on the resurgence of a new revolutionary movement of the working class. Decisions available. Okay. Declare national celebration, additional consumer goods. Not really helpful. Improve land for agriculture. We do want these. We've already spoken about these. So let's sacrifice some of our tractors. And because we are now capable, do we want to do this one? They will get steel, we use steel, they get one factory. Sure. It's a fair trade for the actual political power. Okay guys, we need to be capable of holding this though. That's the issue here. Just taking it itself is fine, but holding is more important. Come on. Get them. Yeah, look at how much experience we're already sitting on. Alright, so how the hell did you guys lose this? How the hell are you guys holding? Uruguay sanctions the Spanish state. In response to the recent arrest and shooting of the three sisters of the Uruguayan consul in Madrid, Uruguay has officially broken off diplomatic relations with Spain. The incident has caused outrage and condemnation in Uruguay, with many calling for immediate action. The Uruguayan government has stated that the safety and protection of its citizens abroad is of the utmost importance, and such actions by the Spanish authorities cannot be tolerated. The move is likely to further strain relations before the two countries, which have already been tense due to the Spanish Civil War. Alright, so you guys are holding. I just need to get you guys in place so that we can launch the counter-attack, but this is looking very good. We already have... Yes, right, this is looking really good. So we made the necessary gain. Now we need to push here and close off this area and eliminate it. Alright. So that's looking pretty good. Navy-wise, we're doing good. Food-wise, we're not doing great, but we furthered our stability. Now, because we are starting to have issues, foreign construction investment is going to give us 3 building slots, 2 civilian factories, but lower stability. Commission a tractor plant. Not really interested. Additional consumer goods value. Declared national celebration. They're the bauxite mines, so it's not. Let's not deal with the bauxite mines for now. Alright guys, now we need to... Alright, and there goes our plan, because they've actually managed to push this unit out. So not really a successful plan. It would make more sense for us, I guess, to go somewhere where there's a lot of supplies. But I don't see such a place anywhere. Alright, and they're not getting any planning bonus either. I guess that's because of the nature of the conflict. Alright, you guys are probably already, yeah. So you can jump into the fight. So can you. Alright, finish the Tupolev TB3 heavy bomber. So what's next? Do we feel like doing a Doctrine? Still a little bit ahead of time. I think like we want to look into the fighters next, because we're producing those. So let's start with these. A later model of the I-16, the Type 10 is powered by the M25B engine and carries 4 HKAS 762mm machine gun. Now what's the difference? Range is slightly higher. Actually no, slightly lower. Air attack is significantly higher though. Air superiority is significantly higher. Agility is lower though. So this is, you know, few steps forward, few steps back, slightly higher speed. I would pay with political power for this, and I'm not interested for such a small gain. What do we have as a decision? Alright, let's have a look. So, Gosplan, we could do another rail investment in Stalingrad. It irks me that they cost stability, because that's the one thing that we actually cannot sacrifice right now, unless we offset it with something else. Food relief, that does not help us much. So let's get these ones up. These ones are not that interesting. Distribute tractors. Let's turn off all of these. And the consumer goods as well. Alright, so whenever it appears now, we will know that there's something other happening. Guys, why are you not attacking? There is a free possibility here to cause massive damage, and you are ignoring it. Willfully so. Come on, harm them. Make sure they regret they were ever born. Terrain coming, yeah. The fascists are fighting us. Damn fascists, always coming to us with their dastardly plans. Alright, we're getting a lot of political power here. Is there anything that we want? I would really like to start looking into things like these. And we also need to get more advisors. Some of them are really good. Oh, and you know what? We wanted the changes to the taxation and stuff like that. So, what was the one I was thinking? Oh, we got the mortars. Nice. I was thinking about moving from protectionist economy to autarky. Should significantly change the food to market. How would that help us though? I have a feeling it might hurt our trade. Alright, so because we finished the mortar and it's still 1936, I don't think we have anything left that we want to do anywhere here except for the combat engineers, which we will want to get as soon as possible. Especially for the 1938 units. And they will significantly help with everything that we're doing. They are sending the Panzer divisions against us. That is an issue. I would have sent the Panzer divisions if I had any too. But alas, and we have Bubkis. And of course there's a bridge. Of course there's a bridge. Wherever I move, the bridge moves with me. That is my ancient enemy. The one that will never stop going after me. So once you finish this Arctic coordination, we can actually start burning this experience to catch up on the doctrines. Because that is going to be super important for us. Alright, so this line is holding. We're boosting here. I feel like this area would do... We would want to take Zaragoza. I think we're going to push towards Zaragoza, try to gain this area. Make sure we actually have it. Alright, so far this is looking really good. Nicely done. The Italians will not stop us from our goal. League of Nations Trade Inquiry. The League of Nations, or the League Assembly, launched an inquiry into the issue of equal commercial access for all nations to certain raw materials. The inquiry was proposed with the aim to reducing obstacles to international trade and communications, including the abolition of systems of quotas and exchange controls. The League Assembly recommended the implementation of policies designated to re-establish a durable equilibrium between the economies of various countries, promote international trade, and lay more solid foundation for the stability of economic relations. This was part of a broader effort to promote international cooperation and economic interdependence, which was seen as crucial to preventing another global conflict. The League recognized that economic instability and competition has been a major factor in the outbreak of World War I and was determined to prevent a similar situation from arising again. Well, alright. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Alright guys, we need to chill and attack once again with all of our force. This way these dastardly Italian mountaineers are gonna suffer. And the dastardly Italian mountaineers are actually really good when you look at them. Yeah, we need to give you some significant boosts here. Notably, I would like to maybe turn this artillery into heavy artillery and the tanks into cavalry tanks, because that would make them significantly better. Yeah, they are boosting their positions. Belgium undertakes self-defense. Alright, you're taking a long time to research. All good here. I forgot to switch the Tupolev. Am I just... Well, I mean, on the other hand, we can finish this last one and then switch it. And we could start adding the mortar teams to our units, but because we're not producing any mortars, it is a little bit of a moot point. Reform the military command. Yeah, it's not gonna help us much. Tractors. What is the benefit that we can get? Can develop more iron mines. I read it right that it makes them more expensive every single time we make a choice. Cool, that's awful. Thanks for that. Belgium undertakes a policy of self-defense. Today, Belgium has declared a policy of self-defense and freedom from alliances. The country has taken this decision in response to the rearmament of Germany, the integral remilitarization of Italy and Russia, and the consequent need for exceptional precaution in most states, even deliberative Pacific ones, like Switzerland and the Netherlands. I guess that should say even the pacifist one. Belgium has been particularly alarmed by the transformation of warfare methods under the influence of technological progress, notably the aviation and motorization. The initial operations of an armed conflict now have a power, rapidity, and extent that are particularly alarming for countries of such extended weakness as Belgium. Furthermore, the reoccupation of the Rhineland by Germany and the transfer of bases of departure to Belgian frontier have accentuated the country's uneasiness. Belgium has watched the shaking of the foundations of international security by the infringements of conventions freely subscribed to and the quasi-impossibility of adapting the stipulations of the Covenant of the Leagues of Nations to the repressions of these infringements. Finally, the internal dissension of certain states run the risk of becoming entangled in the rivalries of the political and social systems of other states and of unchaining a keener and more devastating conflagration than that from which we are still suffering. Masters of their own destiny. Oh well. So this is not going well. They have strengthened this area significantly. Records founded factories. Alright, so do we have another minister that we do not want? Karl Baumann. Research speed, he would be really good. What did I want? No, I want you. So we can blame Baumann. I don't intend to taking him anytime soon. Alright, so this attack failed. Let us see. Considering we cannot get any planning bonus, I guess we are free to go anywhere we want. There's a lot of enemy forces over here. Actually, what if we launched? No, we're not gonna break through. There's just too many of them. Alright, we'll stop it then. And I'm considering sending them here. No, it would be a nightmare if they actually managed to break through this area, but I'm not sure how we could stop it from happening. Alright, so how about you guys attack here? That is an actual potential benefit. And we'll change the border like this. And send you guys over there. So while we continue to strike against these guys, we might be able to gain a little bit of an extra space. Sounds like a good plan to me. But it's just me. Who else would it be anyway? So, collectivist science is finished. And that means we are now moving towards prepare for Paris. Socialist realism, 45 political power for just that. So the reason why I want to prepare for Paris is because I feel like this one will increase our global reputation and aid the rise of communism in Europe. I have a feeling that this will give us some benefits down the line, and same with the New York World Fair. But I have no idea, it's just a guess. To demonstrate the achievements of Soviet science and technology to the world, we need to create an impressive exposition at the Paris World Fair. The project of the USSR Pavilion by Boris Mikhailovich Yofan proposes a building for housing the exposition faced with Samarkand marble. The entrance to the pavilion will be decorated with bas-reliefs by the sculptor M. Chaikov, the coat of arms of the USSR and 11 Union republics. The symbol of the Soviet pavilion will be a 24-meter sculpture, worker and collective farm woman, made of stainless steel, designed by Vera Ivanovna Mukina and dedicated to the achievements of the socialist industrialization. Alright, we are almost done with decreasing unemployment, which means we will start bleeding our political power again. Which sucks, but there isn't much I can do with that. What are we doing on the tractors? Are we really doing that bad? I think we might then have to commission a couple more. Well, I guess so. And we can do Pripiska. Why the hell was I not told about this one? You need to tell me. Cost plan, heavy industry. These ones are super expensive. Alright, well, I think that's enough for now. Last but not least, let us just check what kind of information we have on Germany. And we have a pretty good idea now about them. When's the next level? 60. Convoy count and history. 65 trade routes. 70 active focus. We still have way more civilian factories. We still have way more military factories. But the effectiveness is of questionable origin. Wait. Oh, you just gave us... Ah, okay. You modified the Moscow Moscow slot. And you're just giving us additional capacity for doctrines here. Alright, so I might just abandon... I'll finish these two, but then we might just move towards the aviation cult. Because this one gives us a new slot and you are actually just modifying it. Though it's not bad, you know, we would be struggling a little bit with that one. Well, anyway, see you in the next episode.